Welcome to this introductory training of Expoient. Today we will show you how to navigate around the tool. Once you logged into Expoient, on the top right side you'll find a couple of different tabs to select and work from. You'll have access to your coaching tab, the team tab, the scorecard section, the reports tab, and the settings tab. Depending on your organization, some of these settings could have been turned off. So you might only see the coaching tab, the team tab, or the scorecard. We will cover all of these tabs in different videos. Today, we want to introduce you to the navigation button. As you go from one tab to the other, if you notice, on the bottom right side, you'll have access to our navigation button. So if you go from the coaching tab to the team tab, the button will remain there. If you go into the scorecard, you'll have access to the navigation button as well. The navigation button will be your coaching central. This is where you can create new coaching goals, new sales goals, schedule your next one-on-one coaching session, record your one-on-one coaching agenda, and create a new individual development program. Again, depending on what your organization has selected, you may have access to different areas inside of the navigation button. First, let's talk about new individual development programs. If you're ready to create a new individual development programs, which is a series of coaching goals followed by tracks, you can create that from the navigation button by creating new individual development programs. All new individual development programs have to be pre-created inside of the settings section so that you are able to select it when you're training one of your team members. Individual development programs are used to train brand new people in your sales team. They're also used to train people who are moving to a different position within the company. Let me show you how this works. Once you're ready to create an individual development program, you will select that program, for example, a 30-day program. These are the pre-created tracks and goals that I've created for this specific individual development program. And once I'm ready to assign it, I'll go ahead and press save. This will assign the individual development program, which will be found inside of the coaching tab by selecting the rep that this individual development program was assigned to and scrolling down to find the individual development program section and all of the tracks with their corresponding coaching goals that they should be working and completing. Next, let's talk about record one-on-one coaching agenda. If you want to record your coaching sessions and take notes of all the conversations you're having with your team member, you can create a coaching agenda inside of the settings section. Your organization should have already created an agenda that you can follow and start off with. Here, I can select the different coaching agendas that I have access to, for example, observational worksheet, and press continue. This is going to open up the coaching agenda, which I can start filling out with notes. And once I finish all of my questions and notes through my one-on-one coaching session with my team member, I can press save here. And this is going to save my agenda inside of the coaching tab for my salesperson, right at the very bottom underneath one-on-one coaching worksheets. It's also going to save it for myself. So when you log into Expoient as a manager, you select the person inside of the coaching tab, you will be able to see all of your past agendas that you've filled out with this person to know exactly what are the next steps when scheduling one-on-one coaching sessions. Next, we will cover the schedule one-on-one. If you want to schedule a coaching session, all you have to do is select schedule one-on-one. Here you can select a date and a time for the coaching session, any notes in regards to the session to let your team member know exactly what you want to talk about. You can associate the session to a goal that has already been assigned, and you can also add a worksheet to the session. So for example, if you want to have a pipeline review session and I have created an agenda named pipeline review, I can add it to this coaching session and my team member will receive an email from Expoient with more information about this coaching session. So let me create this session now. Next, I'm going to open up my email. And here you can see the most recent coaching agenda that I've created for this salesperson underneath the Expoient notifications coaching session invitation. Here you'll see that my manager has created a coaching session for me. You'll see the date and time. You can also add this session to your calendar by selecting the calendar pop-up at the very top of the email. You can view and edit the agenda so that you can start recording notes against the agenda, and I can also contact my manager if I have any questions. Next, we will cover the new sales goal. If anyone in your team has not received a sales goal, or if you have a brand new salesperson who is ready to receive a sales goal, you can create a new sales goal by selecting the new sales goal button underneath the navigation bar. Here, you'll be able to select the name of the goal, for example, 2019 sales goal. You can add descriptions if you want to. This is not a required field. Here you can add the total amount of the sales goal for the year. And you can select a start date for the sales goal and an end date for the sales goal as well. And save the goal. Lastly, we will show you new coaching goals. The most important part of Xvoyant is that you'll be able to create new coaching goals to help people improve their sales process. By selecting the new coaching goal button, you'll be able to create new coaching goals. There are two specific kinds of coaching goals that you can create inside of Xvoyant. You have activity goals and you have skill goals. An activity goal is a goal that Xvoyant will be able to keep track for you. So for example, if you want one of your team members to do 5 customer visits or 30 outbound calls, if you select an activity goal and they log information into the opportunity, Xvoyant is going to be able to track that information and mark their goal as completed when they've completed all the activities inside of the time frame that you've assigned to them. When you create a new coaching goal, the first thing you'll have to do is select the person that you want to assign the coaching goal to. You will have to give a title or name the coaching goal, select a start and an end date, and then select the specific activity that you want them to perform, for example, prospect calls. Next, you'll have to tell the software how many of these activities do you want them to do. In this scenario, we'll do 10 prospect calls. You can write comments or notes in regards to this goal. And once you're ready to assign the goal, you can either schedule a follow-up. This is not a required field, but if you do want to schedule a follow-up, we'll need the date and time of the follow-up. Once you select save in here, this is going to create the coaching goal. And again, if we go back to our email, an email should have appeared from Xvoyant, name new coaching goal. Here's the email. Your team member will have to accept the coaching goal before we can count the coaching goal as completed and before we can show you progress towards that coaching goal. Once you have created an activity coaching goal, those will load into the active coaching goals section in the coaching tab underneath the team member's name. Here you can see an activity coaching goal. This person is currently at 4 out of 20 activities. The second coaching goal is a skill goal. The main difference between a skill and an activity goal is that a skill goal, Xvoyant will not be able to keep track of it. So when a team member completes a skill goal and they learn the new skill, which you will decide how they complete it, they have to report back to you as a manager, and you'll be able to mark this goal as completed. Once you assign a skill goal, you assign the specific skill that you want them to work on. You fill out all of the information inside of the coaching goal and you send this goal over to them. They'll be able to, again, receive an email in regards to this goal. They'll be able to accept the goal. And this is what it's going to look like inside of Xvoyant when they have accepted a skill goal. For example, verify documents with customer ABC. This goal is in progress. Because it's a skill goal, we don't show you progress towards the goal. But when the goal has been completed and your team member reports to you, all you'll have to do is select the goal. And on the right side, you'll find Close Out Goal. Go ahead and click on Close Out Goal. And here you can mark it as achieved or not achieved. This has been an introduction to the navigation button and the different options inside of the navigation button. Again, remember, if your organization has decided to only give you access to a couple of these metrics, you will not be able to see the full list, but you will be able to see the ones the organization has given you access to. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your customer experience manager. Have a great day.